Good morning, everyone. It's Brenda Quintana. This is my second go at this video because the first video I recorded without sound for the first 3 minutes, so I thought I would pop on here and do a cleaner version of my video. Today's project is a fabulous little Halloween slider. Here is one of them right here. And it uses Hershey's miniatures, which I found at the grocery store just this week. They're these cute little ones with cute little images on them. Here's one of them with a little spider on it. So sweet. The nice thing about Hershey's miniatures is that they are available all year round in a kind of a regular neutral packaging. So even if you don't love Halloween, this is a project that could be made for other occasions like birthdays, or once we get Christmas miniatures, they would be really cute for Christmas as well. So tomorrow I'll be sending out a great handy little project sheet for this holder. All you need to do is subscribe to my email list, and the link will be down below in the description of this video so that you can subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. And then I'm going to be sending this out so that you can follow along a little bit more easily. I will be going over all the measurements in this video so that you will have them, but this is just the handier version to have everything written down for. So right now is celebration. So if you love any of the supplies that I use and want to make these holders and you need the supplies, make sure you check that out. I will leave a link down below. For every $50 or $100 you spend during celebration, you can earn a free celebration product. So that's always a nice little perk. All right, I am going to pop over to my other camera so that we can get started and I can show you how to make this project. All right, okay, I already talked about the Hershey's miniatures, and here are the little projects, the little boxes, and this is the way they work. They just slide out like this. And I love the candy so much because it had this beautiful foil paper on the ends, and I wanted to be able to display that. So I didn't cover it up. The slider's a little bit shorter than the box. The other nice thing about making the slider cover a little shorter is that this length right here, or width, is 3 inches. And that means that you can get 2 of these covers out of each sheet of 6x6 paper. And the paper I'm using is called Cutest Halloween paper. And so this paper is just fabulous for your Halloween projects. This is one side of the paper, and here is the other side. Notice one side has really black and white, gray and white neutrals, and that's what I'm going to be using for these treat holders because I want the little images to pop really well. But if you really like color, you know, use the other side of the paper because it is just super cute and wonderful as well. Some of the images in this paper will also punch out with the Halloween punch, and I use the Cutest Halloween Bundle to decorate the fronts of these. And when you buy the Cutest Halloween stamp set and the Halloween punch at the same time in a bundle, you can save 10% over buying these 2 items separately. All right, I think I've talked about the most important products. So let's jump in and I'll talk about the other things as we go. I like to use my Simply Scored scoring board to create projects because it's a little faster than doing it with a scoring blade on the trimmer. We're going to start off with a piece of basic white cardstock, and this piece measures 2 7/8 inches by 4 5/16 inches. So that sometimes is a little hard for people, but I want to point out it's not as hard as you think. 4 5/16 is right in between 4 1/4 and 4 3/8. So if you can find 4 1/4 inches on your cutter, just go 1 tick larger, and not quite to the 4 3/8 inch mark, so just right in between. The reason I'm doing this is it allows me to make my inside piece, the little tray, the little box, a little smaller than my cover, but it's still this, I want this to be able to slide well. I don't want it to be too loose and I don't want it to be too tight. So this is just the right amount of difference. So that's why we end up with a 16th inch measurement. All right, let's score this little guy. So we're going to score at the 3/8 inch on all 4 sides. To make it easy, 3/8. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then we're going to use our paper snips to cut into the short ends. We're just going to cut along the score line just to the first score intersection. So it's just a quick snip up that score line. So you can see we've got those 2 and these 2 here. I probably should have folded this first, but let's do that now. If you don't remember to fold first, you can always fold second. So just fold along the score lines, and I'm using my bone folder to smooth down those folds, just to make them nice and crisp. This is a very shallow tray, so sometimes it really helps to get those lines really crisp because the tabs are very tiny. You can taper the ends of your tabs if you want to, or just check to make sure that they're going to create nice little corners for you when they come together. These ones don't look too bad, but this one here, for instance, if you wanted to taper this a little bit right here, just angle cut it, that will allow this little guy to come together, and then your corner is going to look a little bit nicer. And just check your corners. That one will be fine, and this one will be fine. Okay, so now we'll just put some Tombow on the 4 corners. I like to do this all at the same time because it's quicker, but if you're worried about getting glue on your fingers, just put 1 dot at a time and then just bring it together 1 at a time. So let's do the first corner. We're folding this up, and I'm going to just hold that corner together for a few seconds. And then bring the other corner together, hold that for a few seconds. And this corner. And this corner. All right, so there's our little tray. And then just bring in some Hershey's miniatures. I like to use 1 of each color. There's 4 different types of bars in here. And when you put them in, these particular ones, let's see, oh shoot, do I not have the 4th color? I'll have to use one out of my other candy holders. Let's pull one out of this one right here. All right, you're being stubborn over here. Okay, so here's the 4th one. So you can put them all in, and the little images are facing this way, but if you turn it like here, you can read what the candy type is. And I guess I did have an extra one in there. I just couldn't identify it. All right, so let's put these out of my way. So here is the little tray, and now we're going to create the little cover that goes on top of it. So we're going to bring in our Simply Scored again, and this is the paper I'm using this time. I'm of course going to be using the neutral side, and this piece measures 5 3/8 by 3 inches. Remember, we can get 2 of these out of a sheet of 6 by 6. Put the long side up at the top, and we'll score at the 3/8 inch mark. the 2.5 inch mark, the 2 7/8 inch mark, and the 5 inch mark. Then I'm going to fold this along the score lines, and you can use your bone folder to help you smooth down those folds. All right. Okay. So this is what it's going to look like. And, oh, one more fold that I missed, because those two little folds, these guys are going to overlap on the ends. So I'm going to put Tombow on one of the skinny ends. And if you do it like this, fold it flat and then fold one of these over on the end, then you can bring this over and line it up like this and smooth it down while it's flat. So that's what I'm going to do. Just put some Tombow right here, just along this skinny narrow piece. Then I'm going to fold this over and bring this together. And then I can just press down on that. And then either way you go, it's going to create this little piece for you. Okay, bring in your tray. And then we're going to slide this on. All right, so that's what it looks like. And then we're going to stamp a little image for the front. So the way I like to do this, because the images need to be stamped and accessible in a certain way to fit into the punch well. So for this one, let's just open the punch. If we stick it up here in this corner, it's going to reach really nicely into the punch. So let me take my pumpkin pie ink pad, my little pumpkin stamp, and I'm just going to stamp that right in that corner there. And then the punch, I know, will be able to reach into this section. I have done this so many times where I've just stamped somewhere on the paper, not realizing that, especially with the builder punches, that you need to be in a certain section of the punch. So if you can kind of just figure that out ahead of time, punch this side facing up, and then you can kind of figure out where you need to stamp it. Okay, so I'm just lining it up into the punch. That looks good. Did a little punch. And then we need a little face for this guy as well. Here's my ink pad. I'm going to use this little pumpkin face that comes in the stamp set. And there he is. Isn't he cute? So cute. All right. And then we're going to use a dimensional and just pop that on the back. And this will go down here in the bottom left corner. And then I'm going to take a piece of basic white cardstock. This measures 3.5 inches by 1/2 inch. I'm going to come in with my black ink again. And this greeting says, "Have a fabulous Halloween." It's perfect for Halloween treats. These are Halloween treats that I'd probably give out to coworkers. Maybe you give out candy at senior centers or something like that. This is perfect. This is a perfect little gift or something to hand out for that. Okay, so I've got that, but I want it to fit on here. This is a little long, so I'm just going to trim off right along the end and then right along the H at the beginning. And I'm also going to make it a little shorter, so I'm just going to cut in between fabulous and Halloween. And now I have a greeting that will work really well with any of the papers on there. So I'll just take this first one and I'll put it about 3/8, 1/4 of an inch from the top and about the same distance from the side. That will work. I like "Have a fabulous Halloween." That's a really cute greeting, isn't it? Okay, and then just add that Halloween right underneath like that. And then we're going to want to add a bow, and just take a scrap piece of paper. This is the black and white gingham ribbon. It's fabulous as well, and it can be colored with Stampin' Blends. This ribbon is great for so many different occasions. Some ribbons are just so fabulous for like other occasions. They just really work well, and this is one of the ones that I really love with this holiday catalog. And we're just going to take the Pumpkin Pie Dark Stampin' Blends and just color it. So I, of course, you can see with my other packaging here, I'll show you in a second. Let's get this colored first because it's just going to take a little minute to dry. This ribbon is it will take a little longer because I think it has maybe some cotton content, or some sheer ribbons dry really quickly. This one just takes just about maybe a minute to dry. But then once it's dry, it's going to stay colored in this beautiful shade of orange. Okay. And while we're letting that dry for a second, I want to show you, I did this one here with Old Olive, and then I did this one here with Highland Heather. So we have lots of different colors of Stampin' Blends. So all you need is one ribbon, and then Stampin' Blends can be used for coloring, plus they can be used for changing the colors on certain embellishments, and this is one of the ones that you can use it on. All right, it still feels a little teeny bit wet, not quite dry yet, but you're going to take a little mini glue dot and add it on here, and I'm just gonna lift it off because it's still a teeny tiny bit wet, and then we're just gonna add it on there like that. And I wanted to show you that if you want to package these up, you can definitely hand these out, and they're easy to hand out just like this, because if you use the measurements the way I shared them with you, they will stay fairly contained and close together. But if you're handing them out and you want to make sure that they're going to be safe once they're out of your hands, maybe someone else is handing them out for you, we've got these clear medium envelopes that you can use for your regular cards, but they're also great packaging for something like this. I would stick this in, the big flap is down. Put it inside here, scoot it all the way to the bottom, and then fold it over once, and then this is going to fold to the back. And now you have like a really secure packaging for this. This has adhesive on it already. You just have to remove the liner, and then you can just fold it over, and now your little favor is just really easy to distribute, and it's protected, and nothing will damage it until it gets to the recipient. So I hope you like that little tip on handing these little guys out. All right, guys, I hope you like this project. Don't forget to subscribe to my email list. If you like my project and you're new to me, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I go live every Friday at 10 a.m. on YouTube, and I either have a fancy fold card or a 3D project for you. And if you want to get notifications, make sure once you subscribe that you also click on the bell so that you can get notified when I go live. Now, I already told you about celebration at the beginning. Right now, until the end of September, Stampin' Up! Is rewarding you for every $50 or $100 you spend. I also reward you if you spend $50 with me. Here's the host code that you need to use when you're checking out. And this month, I'm going to be handing out these cute stars adhesive back sequins. And I probably should have used a few of these on my project. I just did not even think about it last night, but these would have looked really cute on here just to sprinkle a few of them. They already have adhesive on them, so it makes it really easy to apply them to projects. But this is my August host code gift of the month. You just need to spend at least $50 before shipping and tax to earn that. And then also, if you spend at least $15 with me, I will send you one of my free tutorials. You can choose. I have 80 tutorials to choose from. So I'll send you the link to that, and you can choose one of my paid tutorials for free. So I hope you've enjoyed this video tutorial, and I hope you get a chance to make this project. If you're not a Halloween lover, don't worry. Make this for Christmas, or make it for birthdays or for another holiday. Hershey's miniatures are available at all times of the year. They have regular packaging, and then sometimes during holidays they have special holiday packaging, which if you're going to do it for Halloween, have a look for the Halloween Hershey's miniatures in your local grocery store. All right, guys, have a fabulous weekend, and I will see you back here next week. Take care. Bye-bye.